Hello everybody and welcome to the second playthrough of my game that I had promised you guys a long time ago, but uh, I had to travel and I wanted to work more on the game. Like you can see, I have changed the starting position of the player. There's also been a little bit of remodeling around the player's house. We no longer have the previous starting area, and that was actually completely senseless. I've removed it from the game. Still haven't changed these, but I'm gonna do that in the next dev series. Like, there's a few things that needed to be changed from when the story was a little bit different, just a little bit. Uh, Basically, the bookcase has to be changed. Everything else is fine. I've also changed the butler system. I've added so many new regions that can be visited. Um, and the whole city actually, but yeah, we're gonna get there. So let's go to the first quest, and basically this is our father. He's telling us that the plants on the farm are not gonna grow if we don't work for them, water them, etc. And this quest isn't all fleshed out because I'm not sure that he's gonna be saying the word nutrients in there. It sounds a little bit too modern, or am I lying to myself? I don't know. We're gonna go the evil route here, and as you can see, immediately we're getting threatened because your father is actually kind of a hard-ass old warrior. Uh, and yeah, this is just like the player thinking stuff to himself, the main character. We can try to go to the inn, but it's closed, and now we have a pop-up message saying that it's closed. We have to go to the witch actually, so let's go there. We're gonna continue the evil route here. We're just gonna be an asshole and just like demand our stuff. And she's gonna threaten us to poison us at our next village holiday. I don't need to read the text because I wrote them. We take nutrients. We are gonna steal a potion from her. That also, have in mind that everything you do actually lowers or like your morale depends on it, and the way people in the game world perceive you. All of that depends on it. Anyways, yeah, we can go back to that. This is just the first quest in the game, just so the new players can get into it, like the basic questing system. We're gonna continue just like the route. So he's telling us to go to the mayor's house. I think it's the best house I designed in this village. It looks really awesome. The only thing I can think of is basically that you cannot go right here. And it creates an illusion that you can go right, but you cannot. And also, I would like to do a little bit of how do you say it? Remodeling of the northern wall of the house, but that's gonna be in the future. And really, my father insisted I'd see you because he's asking us so if we are curious why he called us. He's telling us that the innkeeper, oh surprisingly, was closed, so the innkeeper is missing. So we need to go and find the innkeeper, and we're just gonna be like, yeah. There's no way to deny this quest because this is like the beginning of the area, and this is just like one way to do things. But it's very important because it actually shapes your character for the later game. What you do here and what you do in the next city. Actually, before I go and complete this quest into the dungeon, I'm just gonna go and grab another quest from the fisherman. This is an optional quest. And we're gonna go the evil route, like... Yeah, we're gonna go the evil route. Let's get, he's asking us to check out what happens to his friend. Okay, time to get into the battle, and immediately you're gonna notice that it's not the default system for RPG Maker VX8. I've already told you this in the development series. I'm not sure if I told you guys this in the first playthrough. Also, I have internet now, so that's really good. I'm running music through Spotify, so there might be a commercial or two. I'm not really sure. Anyways. Yep, that's commercial. if you want to do the like, it's really tricky because most people that use RPG Maker really want to use this sideways specific system, but a lot of the RPG Maker software doesn't have this included in it. They have the front in your face. I don't know how it's even called system, where the monster is a giant monster, just center screen, and the player is nowhere to be seen. Okay, we've got one left, and hopefully not for long. These first few battles are a little bit tedious. I might change the way that the player XP is in the beginning of the game, because the snot monsters, as they call them at the moment, because that's what they look like. But yeah, the snot monsters are really good for experience, really good in everything, but well, they're a bit boring to fight. There's three of them. Okay, that's gonna be an easy fight because I hit a critical and he's like almost dead. We have to remember that we have a potion. It's not the best kind of potion, it's just a beginner potion, but yeah. I'm also thinking like the game includes a lot of stuff like real estate. You can buy your houses in cities, and maybe even in villages in the future, the development process and etc. I'm gonna show you what I mean in this playthrough. I don't know if it's gonna be this video, because I'm gonna try to keep it to around 20 minutes. It's a playthrough, not a development series after all. But yeah, you can buy houses, you can do all kinds of crap, and what I was thinking is whether I want to include some kind of crafting system in it, because I have an idea of how to make that work in RPG Maker, but I'm not really sure that I even want it in the game. It might be just like a bit too much, both for me and for, you know, the type of game that it is. Yeah, this is like it's I'm trying to make, like, you know, an RPG game where the player has the most choice he can within the story and how the story is going to develop for him specifically. The storylines are actually two completely different. Uh, well, storyline is like one giant how should I put it, fantasy world, if you will, but it wasn't even written for this game. I just sat down and wrote it, and you know, as I'm making the game, I'm editing it to fit the game as much as I can. But yeah, I guess there's just like two ways to pass through this world, evil way and a good way, and it's based on, of course, like I said, on decisions. There are subtle decisions that affect you as well, specific decisions in specific moments. The depend you can how should I put it? Uh, it's gonna depend. Your playthrough is gonna depend on those. Like, there's some things that in the game that if you make a certain choice you're gonna miss, but you're gonna see other things. And then when you play again, if you choose the other way around, you're gonna see completely new stuff in the game that, you know, you haven't seen before while playing. Just, yeah, you know, one part of the game and just playing the game one way. I don't wanna give up too much of the story. That's why I'm not giving too many examples. But a few of them are gonna be revealed like immediately in after this first area, like as soon as we get to the first city, which I'm very proud of. By the way, it looks awesome, and you can enter like almost every. I think you can enter every building. No, you cannot enter the prison. The prison you can only exit. Okay, I think we're gonna gain another level here, and did we gain one already? I haven't noticed. Also, the default messaging systems of RPG Maker, I think I'm gonna change, because, you know, just because I want them to mine specifically those for my game to look a little bit different. Anyways, we got a whole bunch of stuff, and we are level 3 now. There's nothing here. I didn't create any drops in this part. I just went here for the experience. And the quest for the fisherman is this way. It's again optional, so it's not necessary that you guys do it. I was explaining, yeah, I guess I'll explain that, or if you want to explain, you can already see it in the dev series, how exactly you do the sideways backdoor system or and stuff. There's also some really good tutorials just like specifically for that, because a lot of people are asking this question. You know, on YouTube, usually I was asking it as well as soon as I get the RPG Maker, I built like the default battle system, so you know, the sideways one looks so much fun and it just like looks better. I think they're dead. Actually, they do a lot of damage. The skeletons are really the tough guys in the beginning of the game. We can go for a potion, like the low potion only heals you for 100. I think that's okay, although it might be a little bit low. A few times in my playthroughs I found that at points it can feel like 100 is just a little bit low for this potion. It also almost makes your turn wasted because they, you know, well, it doesn't make the turn wasted actually. These guys can no longer do damage to us, and it's because we're too high level for them. I'm gonna change the word no there with 0, I guess, because it doesn't, no looks a little bit, I don't know, not so good in my eyes at least. I need to maybe replace these blobs with skeletons, because at this point it feels like uh, maybe blobs are obsolete, although they can give you a lot of stuff, and I usually, like on my playthroughs, I try to go as much through as much of them as I can. Now the dude's quest is over here, the fisherman. I wasn't sure if I was gonna show this, but let's finish the quest. And his friend is in the coffin. Like if you guys, if you decide to go down the good way, the good path in the game, if you go to the fisherman, the conversation is completely different, and you can find out a little bit more about his friend. But like if you're going down the bad character path like me, yeah, he just begs you to, you know, check up with his friend's life, and he's not, by the way. He's in that coffin over there, and we're gonna get just like this medallion to prove to the fisherman that, as you can see, you've picked up 25 gold and a strange medallion from the corpse, not like he needs them. Okay, I guess we are okay with this quest. I don't know if I left any drops in this part of the dungeon, so I'm not sure if these guys are worth fighting, but I'm gonna fight them because later in the game, because the mobs get a little bit stronger, so it's always good to, you know, do a little bit of farming here. It's an RPG after all. No, I'm not checking time because I'm running OBS on windowed mode. For some reason, it doesn't work so well. Well, I haven't tried in game mode, but like, yeah, windowed mode always works. So, come on, dude, it's time for it to fall. Oh, this was so not worth it. Like, well, it was worth it. Like the amount that the skeletons dropped me was pretty decent. We're gonna just like very nicely ask these skeletons to move as well. And we're closing in on our main quest here in the beginning of like the first area of the game, if you want to call it. There's gonna be a lot of rewards after we clear the dungeon, like basic rewards, of course. Nobody's gonna give you items, you know, for late game, etc. Only metal here, nothing here, nothing. Okay, I need to uh, edit the texts on some of the stuff, like some of the loot crates, etc. You can check out a little bit of the history here. I'm just like, I'm not gonna read it. If you guys want, you can pause and read it and etc. Okay, let's fight these guys. Now these are a little bit stronger, and I should have healed before I went into battle, but yeah, that was my mistake. Anyways, we're in battle now, nothing we can do about it. The only thing I can hope for is not to get blinded, because it's gonna be a problem, and then I might actually die. I don't think I have a save. Yeah. It's not gonna get to that though. It's not gonna get, we're not getting blinded yet. The damage of the skeletons has dropped, but on this specific pack of skeletons is 3 instead of 2. So that's a problem as well. But it's the last skeletons that we need to kill before we rescue the innkeeper. Dude, they have a lot of health for the beginning of the game. But that's alright, because we don't actually have a weapon. We are actually hitting them with our fists, and yeah. So it's we're gonna start doing a lot more damage later through the game. Of course, the mobs are gonna get harder as well. We've been very unlucky in the drops. Like, I was playing with my nephew before, because he really enjoys, like, I have a few games made like on Unity, on this, etc. And he like really enjoys to sit around and play. And I was playing with him, and I had so much luck with the drops, man. Everything was dropping. Like these guys, the skeletons have a chance to drop you armor. Oh, we got the armor from the loot crate. But these guys have a chance to drop you armor, bucklers, all kinds of stuff that you can use before you even fight all of them. Unfortunately, we again weren't very lucky. And we're done here. Oops, sorry. You cannot go into the forest, by the way. Sometimes it's hard to keep away from them. There, I'm gonna keep that one for myself, but yeah, it's part of the development as well, so I'm gonna leave it for those videos. Let's go to the fisherman first and tell him that his friend is dead. Sorry, dude. And as you can see, he's like just like an asshole to us, cause here's your reward, now get the fuck out of my face, because we were an asshole to them before, I guess, if I have to put it this way. I forgot to put a sign on what exactly she gives us as a reward, but basically she gives us a potion and nothing more. But this dude gives us one of his soul swords here from the wall, and we place it into our backpack. So let's go here. And he was very eager to send us off as well. If you noticed, I kind of scrolled through the conversation. We have a lot of potions. It makes sense that we can kind of get healed up, and we can go ahead to our equipment, change. We didn't even get a spear. Most of these guys drop spears and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, we were very unlucky with these drops. We're going to have the last conversation with our father before we leave this beginning portion of the game. Again, if you guys want to read all of this, you can pause. I'm not really sure if I want to give out the story yet, but as you can see, you mostly have most of them between 2 and 4 decisions in your conversation lines, and you cannot leave the village before you've done the main quest here in the beginning part. And since generally this specific moment, I can honestly say that you're free in your game. You will be able to go either direction, and this is a specific example of the decision making that I was saying is gonna affect your game. If you go down this road, you're gonna see the ruins, the dungeons, and the scenery, specifically in the map in this part. But these roads lead to the beginning of the game. You can only pass through them once. So yeah, for example, this is a decision that you can only see one type of the ruins and one type of the whatever. If you go here, you were gonna go here because that's the part that I've developed. You're gonna see a completely different type of ruins, etc. And again, you cannot go back, so it's gonna be like in your playthrough you're only gonna get to see once, unless you decide to play the game again. That's of course with the idea of the game having a little bit more replayability. And as you can see, our animation changes as soon as we're doing a whole bunch of things. If as soon as we got the sword, these guys no longer trouble us, and you can see it's really easy to remove them. They're still fairly decent, I could say. Oh, we found the Hunter's source of money and source. They're not that much of a source of experience for us anymore. Now these guys are a little bit tougher. Let me see just how much time I've been recording. It's been 21 minutes. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to end this playthrough here. Thank you very much for watching. We didn't get to the city here and I didn't get to show you much more, but I got to show you the new fisherman quest. I got to show you the dungeon that's had a few more let's say changes, the new house and the finished main quest. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.